and done whatever she wants to do. But obviously, it's quite hard to do it. But there you go.
I didn't know that. That's what the hell.
Yeah, numpty, it literally is. And the worst thing without going into detail is, you don't know if you need to go to the toilet or you're just gonna fart. As bad as that sounds.
The last thing you want is the dreaded shart. The dreaded shart.
Never risk it.
Never risk it.
But risk it for a biscuit, just so Scott.
Just risk it for a biscuit, but don't risk the shart.
Actually,
never risk
going
the
back
shart.
to an earlier question, it's kind of another reason why I do unit loss, because I know there's the toilet's the room next door to me. As stupid as it sounds, like if I had a job in an office or doing whatever, if that is not all sorted out beforehand, it's bad. And also, when you get really ill with it, I mean, I'm not ill with it at the moment, you can be really tired. So it can be practically impossible to get to work. I mean, look at it this way, if you had to go to the toilet like 10 times a day at random intervals, every time you go, you get more tired and tired and tired and tired. It's hard to work. Americans, a lot of them lose their jobs, which is kind of bad. And obviously the healthcare is really bad in America, like the cost of it. Whereas here, you just get it for free, so it's a little bit better, but...
I'm sure I read somewhere recently about it. It's like 62% of bankruptcy in America is because of medical bills. Like 62% of people who file for bankruptcy, it's because they are having to pay for medical treatment, or they've been ill and can't afford to carry on doing it. And like 72% of them had insurance in the first place. That's mental.
It's kind
to
of
me.
like the
that
pregnant women, ain't it, in the workplace in the UK, where you have to pay them. That's why they don't employ them, because they're like, well, we don't want you because you've got to take 9 months off or whatever. But you can understand, but it's obviously not fair because women have babies, don't they? It's like it's not for a man to say that, but I think
it seems mental to me.
Lucy,
that,
only when it's horrendously bad. If you're bleeding from anywhere, you need to go to the hospital.
Well, yeah, that's like rule 1. If you're bleeding where you shouldn't be bleeding. The exception to that is the nose. If you've got a nosebleed, don't go to the hospital for a nosebleed. Unless you've had it for 4 hours, in which case, by all means, head off.
If blood comes out your ears, though, you've got a brain bleed, you've got to go.
Comes out your eyes, then it means you've got demons inside you. And if you cough it up, definitely go to the hospital.
Attack
if you cough
it's
up
free.
blood.
You don't pay for anything in the UK unless you want to go private. You do pay for your prescription, but I don't take any drugs at the moment because I'm on a bit of a trial, but when I used to take 3 different pills, that was 3 different subscriptions, 3 different prescriptions. That's it. Subscription. It basically is a subscription to the prescription.
Yeah.
It was £7.20 for each one, and they were in 3-month blocks. So it was £21.60 for 3 months' supply of 3 different drugs. Which in America, I know for a fact, for speaking to people over there, just one of these drugs will cost you in excess of $800 per month, where I'm paying nothing for all of it. And all of the medical care, what's it called? I forgot what it's called. The camera scope diagnostic tests.
This is colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy, that's it. Yeah, that's like a day job thing. MRI scans I had on my back when my back was sort of my back operation. Everything. You don't pay for any of it. Kiri got brainstone as well.
Yeah. See you later for Moose. I mean, if you look at it, when I got hit by that car and it mangled my leg, that would have cost me money to go to the hospital. It would have cost money for the drugs they gave me and the dressing they put on. When I had the kidney stone and I went to the hospital, they had to do not an MRI, a CT scan, something, to see where
MRI's
it was.
more hardcore.
That would have cost loads because I went in the bloody ambulance. That would have ruined me for $1,200 straight off, not counting the amount of time I stayed in there and the drugs that they gave me then, and the drugs that I brought back with me. When I did my shoulder in, I had to have that X-rayed twice. So how much would that have cost in the US? I'd be bankrupt by this point.
Here you go.
Massively.
A colonoscopy in the US costs $1,185 on average. I've had 3 of them.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Land of the free. Land of the
An MRI scan, $1,200. I've had a few of them in my time on my back. In fact, I had one. Right, get this. Imagine if I had one and the doctor looked at it and went, "This is too low resolution. Let's get another one." Imagine if I was in America, I'd be like, "You fucking what? You make that the high resolution? I'm not paying again." Wow.
Yeah, and then when you actually had the surgery done, good lord, how much would that cost? Spinal surgery in the US?
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look while I'm on the roll.
Oh god.
$100 billion? No. Oh, there you go. Spinal fusion. This isn't what I had. This is a more severe thing. $42,000.
What?
6-day admission. I was in hospital for 2 days. Extra days charged $1,800 a day.
What? Oh my
I don't
god,
know.
what the hell?
See, that frightens me. You see, that frightens me about the US. If I ever moved there or had a job there, if I didn't have the healthcare cover, it would be really expensive for me because it's so like.
Would you even be able to get it?
Well, that's another
because
thing.
you've got a pre-existing condition. Would anyone even insure you? Or would they be like, "No, fuck you"?
I don't know.
You're going to cost too
It'd be
much.
higher
Would your
premium,
premium be
wouldn't it?
mental?
Would be,
but
yeah.
like mental high. I mean, Jesus Christ. Nicky, yeah, it would be cheaper just to rebuild something to Robocop.
What's the $1 million man?
Have a
we
metal
have the
spleen.
technology to rebuild
We can
him.
rebuild him. We have the technology.
We can rebuild him. We have the technology.
What the hell? It's
Well,
just
look,
mental.
the thing is, everything's all offset. Kind of, not totally. Food, I know food and stuff in the US is dirt cheap. Here, it is horrendously expensive. When I was in Portugal, I could not believe you could buy like a massive bar of chocolate for basically 50 pence when you did the conversion. It was in euros, but it was 50 pence. Here, that'd be like £4. No, that'd be like $8 basically.
Yeah.
It's really expensive, and eating out as well in the UK is horrendously expensive. Even like cheap places, it's not like the US, I guess. But again, like it's hard for me to say. I'm not American. I've never been there. I can only go off what people have said to me. But I do know food's cheaper. Other stuff is obviously cheaper. I think, but healthcare, yeah, is not. But it's free in the UK, so. But like you said, you can go private if you want some super care. And that's probably just as expensive as the US system.
But the thing is, that's like optional, so it's not like you have to do it. Whereas in the US, and you just slammed. How much does a Big Mac cost you guys? I don't know.
A Big Mac.
Don't know.
I think I know this. It's about £4.80, I think, a Big Mac meal. So
You what?
it is. So that's like
Jesus.
that's. I don't know what that is in dollars. I'll work it out for you. I think it's 4.80.
That's horrid, that is. What the hell? It's not even food.
No.
Nearly a fiver for a Big Mac. Ugh. Oh,
Oh,
God.
I can't be arsed, but it's basically about $10. About $10 for a Big Mac.
That is terrible.
I think.
Jesus
That's where I am anyway.
Christ.
But like, I don't eat that shit because it's terrible shit. When it goes in your body.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the thing is with me, if I eat it, my body will just fucking bin me anyway. So
You get more nutritional value out of a fucking
it's
iPod.
like Kiri said. I've got a miracle wasting disease, so I can just eat as much as I want and then just waste away.
Whereas I eat whatever I want and get fat. On the other hand, I'm not having to take drugs that might give me cancer, so I suppose in some ways it evens out, doesn't it, really? I also don't have roid rage.
Yeah, we wouldn't eat McDonald's, but we'd eat Greg's pasties all day.
The 5 pasty challenge. That was a terrible idea. I felt like shit after that. I fucking ate them though. Yeah.
Refillable fries. I don't like that concept of getting stuff for free. Like, well, not for free, but you've ate it, have more. You know.
Yeah, that's like
Well,
even with
hang
drinks
on,
in
you
this
must-
country, that's like what the hell.
You must have been to them all
Free
you can eat
refill.
buffets. You must have been like in a Chinese place or something.
Yeah, there's one near me actually.
Yeah. Well, I understand why they can get fat if food's always like that everywhere. Because there's me, like fucking 4-trip Stylosa, probably 5, because he's so fat and he's just eating all the shit. because he can. You know, I can understand why if you're like, oh, free refill, I'll have that.
Yeah, that's the one problem I have with going to the Chinese.
Oh, Tuzzo, you're high class at Greg's. it's fucking corned beef for me.
The ham and cheese pasty,
the bean one as well.
But yeah, the Chinese buffet near me is like I like going there, but I also don't because I end up feeling like horrible afterwards. Because it's just well, you've paid your money, just eat, keep eating, yeah, more food, and then you finish and you're like.
Attack. Do we have other jobs? No, I don't. This is what I do. A long way to continue.
Buffet Island is amazing. I've never been to a buffet island.
Posh. Morrison's microwave curries, living the dream. You know what? I had a pot noodle the other day, and it was shit. It was nowhere near as good as I remembered. Right? The curry pot noodle I thought was amazing, and I seen it in the shop. It was cheapish. It was like 80 odd p, king size as well. So I thought
pot noodles never going to be amazing.
No, I remember them tasting nice, and I bought it, and it had no taste.
So when did they ever taste nice?
Then I was ill.
Oh
dear.
Oh, I ate a pot noodle. It made me ill. Oh my god.
No,
did we actually answer the question about the Warcraft movie?
Yeah, no.
I think we both said
don't care.
No, don't care. You're not doing the whole no, yeah, you're right.
Well,
would you dance on this song? I can't hear what song it is, so no.
Unless you guys have got any other amazing questions, I think we'll bring this first session of Tea and Biscuits with Sty and Kiri to a close.
That's a ridiculous question to flip, Mo.
No, I would not. I'd get rid of the internet, you stupid fucker, because you do not damage your body.
What the hell?
And also, anything that is between you and the ground, you've got to look after. It's like what your granddad would say. So, never cheap out.
Commander Rappo, can you tell us about your relationship with Polaris? It's good. Biscuit for a biscuit.
we answered that earlier on. It's just...
they never call back. No, it's fine. It's good. That's why we're with them.
Yeah, no, they're like, to my knowledge, they're the best gaming network on YouTube, and they have the most support by far. Especially considering the company that we're in. Illustrious, you could say. Other people might argue against
Illustrious.
that. Illustrious. But I think it is. Favourite films?
You are favourite films. Went a bit Graham and Nazi there, but I don't care. I haven't really got a favourite film, if I'm honest. I tend to watch a lot of films, so it's like there's no real one that I'll go back and watch over and over again. Having said that, Terminator 2 is a masterpiece.
Yeah, there's quite a few which I'll watch.
Rambo 4.
Yeah, and Rambo 2, I like that as well.
Rambo 2
because it's so
good.
stupid. The Godfather's a good film. I like Blade Runner, like I said. There isn't like one film. Like I don't sit there like Kiri just said and watch a film over and over again. I like Scarface. I've seen that a few times. Nothing recent really that's been any good. It's usually older films.
Yeah.
Predator as well. Yeah. The Hunt for Red October is not a bad film. That's a quality film. That is the extended edition of that. It's like 5 hours long, I think. Which Geek's getting on for that. It's dead long. It might not be 5, but it's really long. And you want to watch the German edition of it. So you've got the subtitles, not the dubbed version. That is terrible. I tell you what.
You can't do dubbed.
No,
with any film, I don't like it
that
dubbed.
Film, I didn't like. I quite like World War II history and stuff, but that film was like, I understood U-boats attacked the convoys in the Atlantic, but what I didn't understand was just how they actually had to do it. Like I just was like, oh yeah, they're underwater. They just fire a torpedo, but they have to surface to fire the torpedoes half the time. And if you surface, well,
you get shot to shit.
Yeah, it's like what? Well, not like actually surface, but go close to the surface. Sit the periscope up and all kinds of stuff. It's a really good film. Like I've seen people say it's a shit film, and I just don't agree with that. I think the ending's a bit cheesy, but I'm not going to ruin it. That's a really good film. Things like Saving Private Ryan as well. You know, any kind of...
Saving
And the
Private
fact
Ryan's
Vin
quality.
Diesel's in that always makes me laugh as well. Capone, I think he's called or something.
Yeah,
Capone or something. Pitch Black.
You know what? Actually, I
And
don't think there's Pitch Black.
I also like the other
ridiculously
film as well. Oh, God.
good.
The
Chronicles
sequel
of
to it.
Riddick.
Yeah, I quite like that.
Yeah, that's a really good film. Actually, people don't like that for some reason, but I think it's really good. What was I? Oh yeah, as for
Hang on. Loot Box. I have seen Stalingrad with. It's a little bit cheesy, that is Stalingrad. Again, it's one to watch with the German subtitles over it. Or Stalingrad, if you want to be fancy. Stalingrad.
Stalingrad.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing. I think they're remaking that, ain't they? They're doing a remake of that. Band of Brothers was quality as well, although that's not.
Yeah, I was going to say Band of Brothers is like it. In my mind, it kind of feels like a film, a really long film, just because it's it follows on so well from one episode to the next. But
Enemy of the
that
Gates.
might be my favourite.
First DVD I owned. There's a thing for you. It's kind of okay. It's like a bit cheesy, I think. Not bad.
Favorite? I don't have a favourite anime.
I've never watched any anime.
Don't watch
This is the
anime.
thing. Recommend some to me, guys, because I will go and watch it. I was recommended some by Van Draven a while ago, and I forgot what he said. So, if somebody could recommend where to start, and it's actually.
I tell you what. Go to the forums. Go to TV and film. In fact,
Just
I'll
link
link
it in.
you
Yeah, you should be able to.
and suggest animes. Make a thread. Someone make a thread. Anime suggestions. And tell us what to watch. Because the thing is, I used to watch a little bit of anime occasionally, but I've not really seen very much. And mostly what I saw was kind of stupid stuff. Like I've seen Gun X Sword and Gungrave and something else. There's one with the vampire.
Oh, there's that one we
Hellsing.
watched?
That was it.
What's the one we watched ages ago? And it was
With the
totally
crazy invisible tentacles.
Yeah,
and
so
stuff.
I have lied to you saying I haven't seen it. This was forced upon me though, by a mate we had at the time. He was like, "Watch this," and
what was it? Elfen.
I don't even remember.
Elfen lied. That was it. Elfen lied. I think. I'm gonna have a check. I think that's what it was. Yeah. It is.
See,
Elfen
this is another
lied.
prejudice. Is that even? That's a bit extreme to use, but like, I don't like things that look Asian. Like, I really don't like that style of art. I don't like Final Fantasy. What is it? 14. I was a bit tempted. Then I looked at it and I'm like, this looks absolutely shit. I cannot get into this. But again, if I can sort of get past that, maybe they're okay. I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of tried to like it, but I watched a few, and once I watched them all the way through, they never really grabbed me the way a good TV series has ever done. So I don't know. Maybe that with some suggestions, find something good.
I don't know, but films is a topic you can talk about a lot. I mean, I'm not a film buff, but I do like watching films. Like, if anything, I watch more films than I actually do watch the TV these days. Because, like I said, most of my entertainment comes from the computer and the internet, not actually, watching the telly. So then it's kind of taken up by what I watch at the cinema, or if I do get any DVDs or whatnot. I think Lord of the Rings, everybody, you can't slate Lord of the Rings. But I never really enjoyed The Hobbit, to be honest, because I think it was a decent film, but I think it was not like Lord of the Rings, and I don't think it ever could be, because of the material they've got to work with is not as over the top. It's like there are not massive battles, there are not...
No,
and
it's not. Well, it's not as
good. It's just like a little adventure.
It's not
film.
as long. It's not as long. It's not as detailed, and so they kind of made it all sort of Hollywood. And Lord of the Rings didn't feel Hollywood. It felt like you were seeing the film version of the book, whereas The Hobbit felt like a Hollywood action film, but set in Middle Earth, which I didn't like very much.
Yeah, risky. It was too childish, especially I'm gonna totally butcher this, but I can't remember the name of the character. The guy who's like the dirty Gandalf. That's what I'm gonna call him. who rides the little rabbit sled all over the place. Him. Was just like,
Dirty Gandalf.
he was just like annoyed the shit out of me. I know he's a character in the books, like, or in the book, but
But then he's not in the book properly, really. It's just there briefly. I don't remember. Yeah, but I don't remember him having much of a...
He's on the screen quite a bit, though, ain't he, with his stupid,
Yeah.
dirty Gandalf trolley.
Wheel of Time. I recognise that for some reason, but I don't know why.
Yeah. Runic, I used to watch Top Gear a shitload when it was funny. I haven't watched it for about 5 seasons, though. Or seasons I'm getting Americanised. That's me watching fucking Heisenberg and his crew. Season finale.
Yeah,
season
it's
finale.
kind of got ridiculous now.
It was
It's
really
getting
funny
stupid.
to begin with, and now it's just like Clarkson's money making machine.
Yep.
I haven't read Wheel of Time. No. You know what? Actually, reading is. I've done a bit of reading. You know, I've read World War Z, which is pretty good. Oh, and then I watched the film, which was totally shit.
I know what the fuck was that, man.
I've read a fair few Warhammer 40k books, which are quite good. Although they get a little bit over the top, especially if you read quite a few of them in the same space of time. It's sort of like I know it's going to happen here. You know, it's like so and so.
There's going to be a massive battle and something mental is going to go on.
Yeah, or some mental from chaos is going to sacrifice a fucking complete, I don't know, fucking detachment, imperial fists, and turn himself into a fucking demon prince, and then one guy's going to turn up with his fucking. Who is it? Is it Lysander? And he's going to turn up, and fucking smash the demon in and kill him because he's so hard. It's like you just know it. It's sort of, but they're good to read every now and again. But honestly, what puts me off reading is I do loads of reading, like I'm doing now, reading the chat on the internet all the time. So for me to then rest reading is a bit like what. I don't know. I can't do that. I'd rather read websites. But I, to be honest, I have really got into books as well. So I don't know. Maybe I should look, because I mean I've got this thing in my hand, you know, and I use that for ebooks. Yeah. So
I find it a lot easier to unwind by reading something than I do by reading something on the computer. I mean, even if I'm reading something on the screen on my tablet, which is what it's used for a lot, it's still different. Having like a story and something to kind of cling on to as you're reading I find it a lot more relaxing than telly or games or anything.
Your forums approved Cabbage as well. Oh, your forum account even. I don't know, like. I mean, I used to read a lot of books when I was a kid, but you know, I used to hate reading Shakespeare at school. Like that used to send me crazy.
Why they make? Why?
It's not even English, is it? It's like, is this where your language come from? So you'll learn the book. It's like, why though? It makes no sense, sir.
It just doesn't work now. It's just terrible.
See, Kiri's read the books for Game of Thrones, and
yeah,
keeps telling me to, but I'm like so stupid, and I like watching the series. I don't want to just get a massive spoiler of like, oh well, he's dead in this season or whatever. So I'm like, oh no.
The thing is, so much goes on in the books than they do in the film, so it's like it's worth it because so much more happens. But it's so much more darker than the series. It's even more kind of feeling like the R.R. Martin is just saying "fuck you" when you're reading the books, even worse than it does when you're watching the series. But
that's how
it is really, really good.
What's his thing like? He doesn't believe in the everybody will be fine in the end crap, does he? And he just kills characters for the sake of it.
No, he doesn't like it. He thinks it's cheap and romanticised, so it's just like, and then he died. Whenever
like
to whoever.
What is it? What was the massacre? The red whatever.
Oh, the Red Wedding.
Yeah, and everybody got binned. Like, I mean, I'm there, and I'm like this, because I'm like, somebody's gonna die. This is suspicious. And then, I mean, I am spoiling this, so if you haven't watched it, then just go quiet until I do this with my hand. But when everybody died, I was like, what the hell has just gone on?
Yeah. You're like,
I've waved my hand, shut up, Kiri.
I was just going to say, you're just like, did I just watch that? Yeah, apparently I did. Okay.
Oh, I watched it. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what the Christ? What has gone on there?
Absolutely mental.
I mean, there's something to be said for it, but when you do massive things like that, you know, some of them. I'm trying to be very vague because I've said spoilers have gone. You know, they were good characters, and then they're gone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Just. I can't read the chat anymore.
No,
my eyes
are
have gone
funny.
completely.
I
I cannot read anything. Mine are filthy, there's no point, that won't help.
My dad had to have a smoke after that to say, I'm going outside, son. Okay. Any more, guys, any more? This is going into the depths of the night of... Give us a question. I think we're trying to beat the existing tea and biscuits. Well, I say so, but how long was that?
We've already beaten it by 35 minutes.
We've already beaten it. I know there's not a lot of guys left on the stream because, to be fair, it has run out of steam. But we won't be streaming tomorrow because tomorrow is like a stream day off because it's Monday, and we got a lot of recording to do anyway. And I don't want to kill myself because this is a late night as well. Tuesday I'll be back though with something, most likely Hearthstone, or it could be other stuff. I don't know. We're going to work out a day for Dark Souls.
Yep.
Kiri may be, well, we'll see when Kiri's free, and Kiri may possibly be back. Although I think I'll be joining him. And then we go through like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, day off on Saturday, and stream again on Sunday. But Sunday, if we get enough subscribers by then, I'll probably start doing subscriber giveaways, games and stuff, to begin with. I won't be doing subscriber only events, not until there's a decent number of them, because and also turning the chat onto like subscriber mode when there's like, you know, a certain amount of subs would be a total dick move.
Yeah.
But maybe for certain events, maybe if there's a lot of people. But again, like I said, we won't be dickheads with that type of functionality. It will just be... Also, we need to come up with I need to come up with a list of, you know, tell you. In fact, I wonder if this has been approved yet. Hang on. I guess not. But that what I just typed in the chat, unit style, is the emoticon of Crazy Sty. There will be other ones as well. Added, like I said earlier on, the GG button, Kiri's crazy rage face when he does one, Biscuits as well probably. So we'll get crazy on it. Yes, sorry awesome. Cal, Saturday is the community gaming night where the community leaders run big gaming events with everybody. Oh yeah, and a teapot does it.
No publicity, it's just whatever anime.
You know,
provided it's not like really pervy shit.
Yeah, some of it's weird, ain't it? Well, what's the dirty stuff? What's that called? I don't know of that.
No dirty stuff.
Yeah, no dirty stuff. Because that's for weirdos. No, oh god, yeah. You know Dark Souls, I actually know what jolly cooperation means because I found the guy. He was like, oh, jolly cooperation. I was like, I see where this has come from. But then when I got to the bit with the gargoyles and I could summon him, I was like, fuck you, and I didn't bother. And so I just went into the gargoyles without him, and he wasn't very happy, I don't think. Because I told him he could come on the mission with me or something. And I just was like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Although I got a crazy axe off the back of a gargoyle. Which I think damages me. It kills me when I equip it. I think.
What?
I don't know.
What the hell?
No, I could equip it and it looks massive. But it said you can't effectively use it. But
yeah.
I think it was
and
killing me.
It bends when you swing it as well, doesn't it? It goes all bendy and weird. It's a weird weapon, that is. I don't like it.
I'm a knight as well. I don't know whether that was a good class to pick. I tried with a cleric. and I was getting killed really quick, and I was like, maybe I should try something a bit sturdier. So I got Knight, although as I've been told that the class doesn't matter, it's just these starting items basically. Really slow, but I can take a beating, so it kind of made it easy for me to work out how to fight. I'm not doing too bad though. I mean, the demon, actually, we'll talk about this. That demon on top of, what's it called? The one with the big club.
The tourist demon.
Yeah, I killed that really quick. I told Rui about it, and he was quite impressed, because what I did was, like, first of all, it killed me straight away. I was like, shit, how do I even kill this? The second time, because the first time it killed me, I noticed there was ladders behind me, and the second time when it spawned, I turned around and ran straight up the ladders. Well, I'd been up the ladders first and killed the two guys with crossbows, but it spawned. I ran straight up the ladders, and oh no, hang on, I missed the part out here. The first time it killed me, the first time it killed me, I ran back to the ladders, trying to escape it, and it hit me like as I was climbing up the ladders, but didn't knock me off the ladders. And then when I got to the top, I noticed it just stopped at the bottom, and there was like a thing you could jump off. So because I killed that asylum demon with like the heavier downward attack, I did that. The next time I spawned, came back to life, spawned him, killed the two guys first, ran up the top. As he came running at me, he tries to attack me again and stops at the bottom. I jumped off and hit him in the head. Well, he didn't move, did he? So I hit him and he's like getting angry. Back up the ladders, jump off. Back up the ladders, jump off, and he was dead. I was like, that was easy. It was like the second go.
So when I killed it, I was dodging about all over the place and leaping around and trying to like get behind him and stab him and then blocking and then trying to run away. It took me bloody 80. Like, it must have been like half an hour to kill that thing. And you just...
No, I just killed it really quick. I was like...
The ladder. What the hell?
And the asylum demon with that character got caught. I was behind him and he did not turn around. I think he was trying to, but he couldn't. And I was like under his feet and I just kept slashing him and he died in about 15 seconds. Slash, and he died. So I was getting lucky.
Jesus.
But the other stuff, like the gargoyles, completely wrecked me. The bull was like a bull. He wrecked me.
And you see, I cheated with the bull. I think it was on the stream when the bull charged me. I dodged out of the way completely by accident. It got caught on the little bonfire in front of the gate and just burnt itself to death. Apparently, that's a legitimate way to kill it because a couple of people that I've spoken to killed it like that. They just like stood near it when it charged them. They just moved out of the way. It gets stuck on I think it's called a brazier or something, and just burns to death. So that's cheap.
Hang on, chap. Hang on. You tell him to watch Yu-Gi-Oh! Isn't that a kids thing, like Pokemon?
Is that something to do with cards?
I thought that's a kids program. You know, like for kids. I'm not watching the kids program.
I recognise Digimon. That was on telly over here. I'm not watching that. What the hell? Like a kids' cartoon.
Like on fucking CBBC.
Yeah. I mean, this was years ago, but
Pokemon is a kids thing.
It really is a kids thing. What are you talking about?
I had Pokemon cards when I was at school.
Yeah.
And I sold a Charizard card for 25 quid.
Did you get it in a pack and sell it on?
Yeah, it was like a super rare, wasn't it? Charizard.
Yep. I did the same, but I only got 20 for it.
Hearthstone is nothing. Hearthfire? You got the wrong game, son. It's Hearthstone. That's not like Pokemon.
What's
that fucking... What?
Anyway, is that all of the questions then, chaps?
Your face is a kid's thing. Oh dear. Poor comeback.
I think it's time to leave.
I don't know. Right. Last Pokemon game I played was on a Game Boy Color. Pokemon Red, I think it was, or Blue. I don't know. I think it had a red cartridge. One cannot plan to continue to be pure. One is simply 100% pure.
Pretty much.
Yeah, goodbye, Baron. We've been here for a considerable amount of time. Baron's been here even longer.
What a pro. Longer
I don't
than
know.
we've actually
Maybe
been here.
we're wrong about it, because I see things like, on places like Reddit where people are pissing themselves over it, and I'm like, are these Americans? Is that an American thing, like with Zelda? I don't know anybody who plays Zelda. I don't know anybody who plays Pokemon. It's like a kid's thing to me, isn't it? I don't know. But like I said, I'll be more open-minded. Hopefully.
Maybe.
Probably not. Zelda sucks comes in the chat. Well, Ghost in the Shell. I've heard of that.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Ghost in the Shell.
Isn't that a game? Hang on, isn't that a game?
Don't think so. Oh, maybe it was. Maybe there was a game. No idea. Apparently, it's an anime. So
Yeah, PS1 game, you see, because I'm just would have been around about. Well, it would have been the console I had at the time when I was a kid. How old would I have been? PlayStation 1, 96 was it, or 95? Not very old. All right, last question, guys. Then the stream's gone, and we're out of here. I hope you lot appreciate this as well, because it's like the die-hard fans who turn up for these. Some of the new blood should as well, but they're too interesting just searching for the game. Whatever we're playing at the time.
relationships ? Is not a question. What does that even mean? What?
Why is there a gap, a space as well after the S? That's been answered before. Die Hard's a quality film.
It really is.
Oh, here we go. Here's a fucking question. Read it out, Mr. Key, and we'll put it in. This is the last one, guys.
Dying Kerry, since you've both played Hearthstone, you both seem to enjoy it. Have you considered playing other card games like Magic the Gathering?
Okay.
No, not really.
No, I've never played it in my life. Do you know why I've never played it in my life? Because, number one, don't have anybody to play it with. Number two, I wouldn't even know where to go and buy it from. Well, probably off a website, I'd imagine. And yeah, I honestly. I mean, I know there's isn't there a Jewels of the Planewalkers or something, a game?
Yeah,
I don't know how
I
accurate
don't
that
know.
is.
Like, it seems like it's still got its kind of like a fan base that you'd need to kind of penetrate, I guess, to find out much about it. It seems very insular and like only a certain person plays. I don't know. It's always had a weird reputation, Magic the Gathering, and the fact that there's now a PC game of it.
Like to me, it's almost been like some sort of underground club or something that I don't really know anything of.
Yeah.
But I know it's like a card game, and I'm just like, I mean, honestly, this is my opinion of it. Some sort of massively complicated card game that I would not know how to, even if I wanted to play it, I wouldn't even know how to do that. I mean, they see in the chat, go to a game shop. A game shop where? I don't know of any game shop. I know the only game shops I know of is a Games Workshop shops that are in Birmingham. Yeah. I mean, there probably are little card shops or whatever that would sell this stuff, but why would I buy it? Play with myself? I can't, can I?
I think because it's been around for so long, it doesn't feel very inclusive. It just feels like it's this thing that you don't know anything about.
I know that it's like I said, way more complicated than Hearthstone, because that's like a comedy game compared to it. But that's got me interested in these type of card games, because it's the usual Blizzard polish, I guess. And I do enjoy playing that. I wouldn't have streamed it as much as I have. But I probably ain't going to play that game. I've got no intention of playing it unless, something special happened. Well, I think we can take one more and then that's it. It is definitely gone then, guys. Games Workshop shops are horrendously expensive though. When I was buying Warhammer stuff, I was getting it off a website called Wayland Games in the UK, and it was really cheap. But their prices have gone up, I think. Any more for any more? Come on, guys.
Oh my god, how close do I have to get to the screen to read this now?
Doesn't look like there's any coming through. And it seems that midnight on Sunday isn't a good stream time. Because, you know, people have got to get to work on Monday. Do we roleplay? No. You know what? I've never done that. Never.
Never have, probably never will.
Like, you've got to think with the people I grew up with. You know, they were not people who did these type of things. We were sports. You know, we were football players. We were, you know, if any games were being played on computers, they were action games. So it's kind of like I didn't really have that. It'd be hard for me to go into that circle now because I don't know. This is strange, but I'm not a nerd. I don't think I'm a nerd, even though what I do is massively nerdy. You could say, a gaming channel on YouTube. Come on, commentate on games. Come on. But yeah, I've never done that. Never.
No.
I wouldn't even know how to do it.
Just never appealed.
I've never done it, so I don't know if it's any good. Yeah, Tweed. World of Tanks is one of the options for this week. We actually could potentially do a World of Tanks, not a collab, but stream with Sir Conflexes, I think it is. Or maybe some other guys. The last one is the DayZ game. When's it releasing? What the fuck are they doing with it? The longer they wait, the more chance other games have got to come out and take the audience away. Because I'll tell you now, that game was one of these games when I played, the mod, like, I just thought it was, the concept of it was absolutely awesome. The fact that you were just alone to survive, however the hell you wanted, and everybody was an enemy, basically, or a friend if you trusted them, was fantastic.
Yeah, it's just a
but
shame
it's taking
that
too long bringing it out. Too long.
yeah,
Like I've
they've
seen
got
pictures
hooked
of
on making a.
I've seen pictures of that bloody rocket guy on holiday. I'm like, hang on a minute. Okay, I know people have got to go on holiday, although I never do apparently. But you make the fucking game for God's sake.
They're gonna lose it. You snooze, you lose. It's taking way too long. Way too long. People are gonna get bored. They're gonna get tired. The hype's gonna disappear because it's never appeared. And then when they do release it, they won't make a profit because by that point something else will come along that will have done it way before them. So, to be honest, if it does ever appear, I'm not going to be all that fussed about it, to be honest with you. It'll be surprising if it does well, if it ever does eventually get released.
Okay, guys, we have gone like soldiers. So,
Like 5
Troopers.
hours.
If you're still a subscriber and you're left, thank you very much for subscribing. Thanks to everybody else who submitted questions, and thanks to people who turned up. It's quite enjoyable. It's always nice to do these. I think we'll do them, like we said, every few months or so, not all the time, because a lot of the same questions do get asked by different people.
Yeah.
It's not their fault, but, you know, different kind of ask the same.
Don't want it to get old.
GG is now good night. Is it? GG.
GG just means everything now, apparently.
Yeah, you'd be down the shops, you buy something and give you change. GG. What? Alright, guys, we're out of here, so we're glad you enjoyed it. We'll make sure you follow all the rest of that stuff, and we'll catch you next time, people.
GG!
Bye bye.